Hello people, here we are today reviewing the Mummy Sphinx Tattoo Machine. Okay, we're going to first take a look at what comes in the box, okay, and how it works, its features, how the machine felt, how it ran, and how it worked for me within this last 2 weeks or so of me using it. And the pros, the cons, everything about this machine. The Sphinx by Mummy. Okay? So, first, what comes in the box? Okay? You get one machine bag. Okay? You get one pen with battery, 7-stroke adjustable, thick bomb style looking grip. You get a second battery. You get a power plug and a USB-C cable to charge. For the purpose of the video, I have just taken the English part, photocopied it of the manual of instruction, but the manual of instruction comes in the box. Okay? That's everything that comes with the machine. There is no additional RCA adapter. That is the one negative about the machine, I would say. Other than that, not because it doesn't bring sufficient charge. It has enough batteries to handle a whole day's work. Hands down, no problems. But in the world of tattooing, we often forget to charge a battery, or we take the pen and everything in a rush and forget to bring one, okay? And you might end up in a situation where you have a half charged battery, or, you know, after a day's work, you might drain and still want to work with it, but you have no RCA adapter. So having an RCA adapter for me is a plus in every machine. Whether it be an expensive one or a cheap one, okay? But that's just my personal opinion, okay? Other than that, this is what comes in the box, okay? The box is a cardboard box with a nice tiger on it with some waves and the Mummy logo, okay? Same thing going on the sides. The back is just red, and then the inside is just foam that holds everything in place, okay? So, first things first, to start the machine, you hit the power button, and you hold it in for 1.5 seconds. Boom. And it'll immediately start up the screen. The screen will go into power save mode in 10 seconds and start dimming out like you see, and then turn off completely to conserve power. You'll still be able to use the machine. It won't be displaying the information or burning battery to display the information, okay? And then it'll just shut off, etc., okay? The machine comes with 4 programmable channels, okay? 4 programmable channels. And if you hit the menu button once, it'll highlight those in red, okay? And every time you click on the plus or minus, it'll go to the next channel, which you could all preset, okay? I made my life a little easy and preset some of the channels so I could show you the dot mode. Okay, it has frequency and hertz mode. Obviously, one is used for dots and dot work, okay? It also has the power on. Okay, this is actually power off. When it's powered on, it'll have the pause button. So if you hit twice and you start, you see, the pause button indicates that you could hit pause to stop it. Okay, this lightning bolt right here represents jump start mode. Okay, not that I think this machine needs it, because the power of this power supply is sufficient to start this machine at any stroke without needing the extra boost. I think they may have it on the battery just because this specific model of battery may power many of their machines, okay? I've ran plenty of tattoos this week with this, these batteries, and they've been sufficient. I ran it for several hours in the last couple of days, and I only dented the battery capacity, so it has good charge, and they charge relatively quick. It also has a timer mode right there, and when you start tattooing, okay, it'll start timing to let you know how long you've been working. All right, let's start it up again and listen to see if we can hear it. And we can barely hear it. It's really quiet right now in my tattoo shop, and we can barely hear the machine. For vibration, as far as vibration is concerned, the vibration of this machine is non-existent. When I was working, I didn't feel anything that would cause me to be shaky. Anything that I felt took away from the power of the machine or its ability to run cartridges. I ran Mummy's cartridges to see how they would work, and several other brands of cartridges, and they all ran fine. I ran it with Mummy ink, and it ran good with it. Packed well, shaded well. I see no difference in the effect from other regular brand name black inks, which I did use, but I'm not going to mention them right now because this is not a review of their product. I used the machine with Mummy caps, and they're hexagon shaped and deep, so I never had problems striking the bottom. And with regular caps, I never had problems. From the small white ones to the big clear ones, I never really struck the bottom, although that has more to do with me than with the machine. But it was easy to anticipate where the needle was, and it was easier for me to, I guess, avoid that. Although I've been doing this for eons, so you would hope that I don't strike the plastic every 15 minutes. But that being said, the machine felt well balanced in my hand. It didn't feel heavy, and it had multiple strokes. Okay, it has 7 strokes, all adjustable via click. Now, the manual advises you, and I would advise you to listen to that manual, to not go ahead and adjust the strokes while the machine is running. That would make sense, but I would think that some people would try it. if you want your machine to last and not have to send it back to the factory, you know, for repair, I would listen to the instruction manual and adjust them only when the machine is off. Okay. The machine felt very comfortable, and I did use it at different strokes. I didn't use every stroke yet, but this week I was able to use 3.3, 3.7, 4.2 in different scenarios, and they all ran well. On the grip itself, to adjust the needle length, you could hear the audible clicks, but it is nice and firm, yet not tight, that when you're doing it, you feel that you have to put too much effort and that it's too tight. I found that in certain machines, but not in this one. And it doesn't feel loose enough that you're scared that you may flick a wrist or do something in some way and get it to move while you're working. That's not going to happen. This is a well-made machine. I think it's made of aircraft aluminum, and its construction is good. Its weight is good. And I really do love and I'm a fan of the way the grip feels. These little design notches or engravings, they're not over the top, not exaggerated, and at the same time they do provide a sense of grip. And I guess because, as weird as this sounds, the way the cuts are, these cuts, they almost help you grip your machine. You know what I'm saying? It's almost as if wherever these cuts are, I don't know if that's how it was intentional, but that's how it almost feels to me. Like these cuts are easier for me to, you know, grab and orient myself, I guess, in the grip. So that's that. It has a white dot right there to indicate what stroke length you are on. And like I said, it has 7 of them going from 2.2, 2.4, 2.8, 3.3, 3.7, and 4.2. So there shouldn't be a task that comes into your tattoo shop that you can't handle with this machine. Okay. We're gonna put on one of their one of their cartridges and one of their machine bags, so you can see how it fits in machine bags and how it kind of runs the cartridge. Okay. So the grip is big enough that it makes a difference when you're gripping it, but not ridiculous enough that you have problems now putting it into a pen sleeve. Okay. I love the way these mummy pen sleeves are made. Okay, they come in a box like this, and these mummy pen sleeves fit the machine perfect, and they're see-through, so you could see all the settings and what's going on with your machine. I don't like other brands that use frosted plastic, because then you can't see what you're trying to get done. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, and the mummy bags have a nice little hole on the bottom, and you put it right through. You don't have to punch it, and you hear that audible click. I don't know if it was able to be heard over there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and twist my battery a little bit so that I see what I'm doing, yet I am still at the right spot to be able to show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna turn on the machine. And as you guys can hear, it's still pretty quiet. Okay, it's pushing the machine and the needle very good, very smoothly, very uniformly. And I love the way it fits in your hand. I especially do like the way that they make these silicone grips, and the way it fits right there is perfect for you to run lines, do shading. Very well made. Okay, so that's right there where you could hear it in regular mode. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go into the second setting where I have already placed the machine at no jump start. That is the symbol for no jump start, and dot mode. And right there we could hear it. And you feel some vibration, but not enough that if you were working, it would bother you. But there's not much that you could do with that sudden boom, 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 boom. Okay? That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay? You could also adjust those dots hold on. Okay, you could go back. Okay, now you hit. Sorry, I apologize. Hit the wrong button. All right, if you go to dot mode and then you hit the menu button again, it will now highlight the amount of dots. Okay, and I'll do that again. Menu. First, it'll put it in the channel or the setting. Second one will put it in the dots. Now we could adjust them by going higher. And we're gonna bump it up to, let's say 60. And I think that's the highest that it could go. And now we're gonna hit power. And that's running dot mode as fast as it can. And it has zero difference to when you're regularly running the machine. Okay, I don't do a lot of dot work like that, so I don't specifically know why you would need to go this high with the dots, but if you need to and that's your thing, you can go. Okay, so overall, I have to tell you that this is a good machine that I recommend, that can do any task, comes through your doors, and it can perform with their equipment, which is good, and most equipment that you have in the tattoo shop. Overall, I would give the machine a score so far in a 10, being the best machine with the best aesthetics and the best quality and all of those things. I would say that I would put this machine, the Mummy Sphinx machine, at an overall score, I would say, of 8 out of 10. I personally like the way the machine was formed, the way it was shaped. I'm a pretty big fan of it, and I am particularly a great fan of how it feels in your hand. But all of those things are secondary to how it performed for me this week and last week, and it was able to do everything that came in my studio, I did several Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl tattoos, color packed with them, shaded with it, aligned with it. I made thick lines with it. I made thin lines with it. All came out good. All forms of shading, whether it be pepper shading or realistic 3.7 or 3.3 shading, even lower, those came perfect to me. It pushed round shaders, flat shaders, curved mags, bold liners, and thin liners, all with ease. So that we could put the machine through more paces and give you a second part review of the machine. I have ordered some fake skin, and I'll be putting it through its paces and seeing how it functions in the dot mode. And also I'll be seeing how it runs, maybe things that I do good, but that don't come through my door as frequently. So I'll try to do some watercolor with it and try to do other things and see how the machine performs. But I don't doubt it. If you're a professional, you could definitely tell when a machine is a hunk of crap in your hand or whether it's a good one. And there's nothing here that screams to me, oh, this is a cheap machine. There's nothing that screams to me, this is a machine that's gonna break, okay? If anything, it showed me the opposite, that it's a well-made machine at an affordable price, and there's a big difference between affordable and cheap. And I think this machine is very well priced for what it brings. It's not bringing you an over-the-top fancy carrying case, but you don't need any of that. You know, you need the pen to work, a battery to back it up, a plug to charge it so that the next day you're ready to roll. And that's about it. So because of it, I would have to say that the Mummy Tattoo Machine by Sphinx, the Sphinx Tattoo Machine by Mummy, okay, that's a blooper. The Sphinx Machine by Mummy is a very well-made machine, okay? Stay tuned to my channel for more reviews coming your way. We have more Mummy machines that we're going to be reviewing, more Mummy items that we're going to be reviewing. We're going to be reviewing some Poe Army furniture very soon, some Poe Army supplies for your shop, and also more machines to come and more brands. But so far, if you're in the market for an affordable machine, consider this one of your options. It's a good one. Over and out. Have a great day.